So the students who are in the online, am I audible? Please confirm it once. All of you confirm. Am I audible? Students who are in the online, am I audible? Okay. So now it is the time to see, to continue. What was our last class discussion? Start with. So we start with the last session. We are about to enter into the concept of what? Method overriding. So oops, under that method overriding, we discussed some important example there. Look at this key concept. There, method heading, and the heading is same. We call it the original method. First time defining, and we are overriding here. There is nothing but you are changing the body of it. And we are calling the base class method by using what? Super of. Nice. So we are getting this function. And the same function is coming into this place also. We are going to override once again. So once one method is defined, I can override this method in many number of times. Okay. So at the same time, second example also we discussed last session. Now we will go for the definition part for it. So class dot, and this is in another way I shown you in another syntax I said. This is nothing but calling this function and calling this function without using what function? Super function. What is the difference between both of them? We will discuss after showing the concept of polymorphism here. So see that method overriding example 3, circle and then draw here, and the same draw is coming to rectangle class and overridden method, and we changed the body. There is called a drawing rectangle and a drawing what? Circle here. So if you carefully look into this part and a drawing circle and drawing rectangle, and we are calling the bottom class object we are creating and r dot draw. So drawing rectangle function is displaying. And we can call this from this method. I can call this method by using how many syntaxes? 2 syntaxes. One is by using super of, one more by using class name of our base class method name. Okay. So next I will give you the concept of this concept. What is method overriding? I want to tell you. Only example part I explain. Let me show you what is the method overriding. What is the simplest definition I said? Method heading is same, method body is different. Method heading is same, method body is different. One more way is also there. This is the method first time defined in the class called dog. I redefined in the class called cat. Again, I redefined in the class called cow to do different type of operations. What is the method overriding? Definition. Method heading is same and method bodies are different. One more is what? We are redefining the original method. Where I am redefining? In the derived class. By inheriting the original method from which class? Base class. From base class, I am inheriting this original method into the derived class. I am redefining. Again, I am redefining the method which is coming from where? Base class. Again, I am redefining. So, redefining the original method of which class? Base class into various derived classes to do different operations is called what? Method overriding. Am I correct? To use method overriding, which type of principle I am applying? Inheritance I am applying. Which principle? Inheritance I am applying. So to use this original method into this derived class, I need to apply inheritance. So to apply the method overriding, we must go for which concept? Inheritance principle I need to apply. So let us coming back. I'll go to my example. Once. So maybe in some place this was defined. Just to see that nodes I'm going to open. Whatever is explained, I'm just showing you the concept here. Look at students. Method overriding in Python. Method overriding is equal to, come on, method heading is same plus method body is different. What is the another way? The process of redefining original method of base class into where various derived classes for performing different operations is called method overriding. Very shortly, I'm going to introduce multiple examples. To use method overriding in Python program, we must apply which principle? Inheritance principle I must apply. To use method overriding in Python program, we must apply what principle? Inheritance principle. Moreover, method overriding is used for implementing which principle? Polymorphism, which I am going to start very shortly. How this Python programming uses this method overriding in polymorphism principle. So if you look at that, one small example here, examples here, method overriding example, already you have seen that in this place and in square place, and we did something like this. And in one more example, if we take it, teacher.py, teacher, read subject, teacher advises to read 2 hours, lazy student is inheriting the teacher, and then read subject, always never read at all. And the perfect student is inheriting from teacher and reading the subject all 2 hours and reading and practicing. So which type of inheritance? Teacher advice is used by lazy student, and a teacher kind of thing is taken by what? Perfect student. What type of inheritance it is? Come on quickly. Which type of inheritance? Come on students, not getting it. So this is called what? Teacher class inherited into where? Lazy student. Teacher class inherited into this place. What is it? This indicates you did not read even the types of inheritances. That is a problem with you. So Irfan, correct. Hierarchical inheritance it is. Renuka, correct ma. So it is inherited into where? Lazy student, and next is called what? Perfect student. The method is called what? Read. This read method is inherited into this place and inherited into this place. So teacher class function is inherited into this place, teacher, and the same kind of thing is coming into perfect student also. Which type of inheritance it is? Hierarchical inheritance. Creating an object of lazy student, creating an object of perfect student. So hierarchical inheritance it is. So I'll create one more definition here. So go to the place of this. Here I will open it. Go to your 4 p.m. and say that, oops, here. There I'm going to say method overriding. I'll say this example. So coming to this place of command prompt, E:, I'm saying that Python 4 p.m. say oops here. So I'm going to take method overriding. See that py teacher.py. I'm getting lazy student never read at all, and perfect student will read 2 hours and practicing it. So in this case, how many of you are lazy student and perfect student? I don't know, but created both the objects, and this function is inherited into both the places. If I want to call this teacher, I should do what? Come on fast. How do you do that? Super off, already done. Super off dot what? Read subject. Read subject. This is one thing. I can read from this place also. I can read from this place also. I can say some small gap here. Some small gap I am going to give you. This is the gap what I am giving it. Yes. Execute it. Say that I am getting lazy student advised this much and reading this much, advised this much and doing this much. So this is nothing but a simple example of what? Method overriding. Method overriding is nothing but heading is same, body different. The original method redefined into lazy student to do lazy operations. Original method is redefined into perfect student to do which operations? Perfect operations. Are you able to get my point? So what is method overriding? Once again, I am asking you, method overriding is nothing but heading is same, body is different. Very frequently asked questions this is. And one more point I said, the process of redefining original method of each class into where various derived classes for performing what operations, different operations, is called what? Method overriding. To use method overriding in our Python program, we must definitely use which principle? Yes. Now I am going to introduce super function. I will explain. Ganesh Verma, I will explain everything. Don't be excited. I will explain everything. Okay. You go on listening it. Okay. So coming to the point back, next I will explain to you what is the next concept I am going to say. Polymorphism I am going to introduce. Okay. So look at that. I am going to introduce polymorphism. Very, very simple this is. So polymorphism is actually one of the interrelated topic of Python itself, inheritance itself. Every polymorphism application internally uses inheritance. And what is this polymorphism principle says? First of all, just let me give you one small example. All of you listen carefully. So, Brahman, you want to see output? See the output. Output. Come on to the point of it. Ganesh Verma, what are you seeing? What are you seeing in the class? Take care by yourself. You are not providing information about method overriding and example. What is this? What are you observing in the class? Please go to other batch. What is this called? What is this called? Method overriding, original method and all these things. In notes you see. Where are you? What is this? Go to other batch. Don't make it confusion in the class. What is this is called? What is this is called? Go to other batch, please. So this is called example. In notes also this is an example. Right? Don't make me to be in the Google class. I did not put so far. Go to other batch, please. Take care. You take care of the other batch. Don't come tomorrow onwards to my batch. Come to the point. Next, polymorphism I am going to introduce. So I am going to discuss polymorphism in the class. What exactly this polymorphism is? Google Classroom Drive. I did not keep this example. Why? I said yesterday, today also I will continue. Today also I will continue, I said. Without remembering anything and all those things, by forgetting everything coming to my class, just it's not good. Please go to tomorrow onwards to other batch, please. Don't come to my batch. It's my advice for you. Now come to the point. Here I am going to say, coming to the next. In polymorphism, what we are supposed to take? Polymorphism represents, take one small example. Suppose, first we start with a very general example here, very small example. What exactly polymorphism is? What is its principle is? What is its principle is? Fine. Here I am going to say something like this. Here I am writing. Is called student X. Is called what? Student. For example, he is called student. X is called student name. He is called student name. Student name is. Okay. This student, okay, going to sit in the class. He is sitting in the class. Who is that student now? If a student X is sitting in my class, who is called what? Student. In simple word, X is called one person. X is called one person. You take like that. He is a person. He is a person. He is the person. Okay. Sitting in my class. Who is that person is? Student. And the same person going to where? And the same person going to where? Home. The same person is going to home. Who is that person? Who is that person is called? He He is called child. He is called child. Fine. He is called child. Next, the same person is going to movie. Who is this person is? Audience is. He is an audience. He is an audience. Right? The same person is going to wear playground. He is going to be a stadium. He is going to be a stadium. Fine. Who is that person is? Who is called what? Player. Player. The same person is going to a battlefield. Is going to a battlefield. Who is that person is? Is called warrior or soldier. Is called soldier. Right or not? Is called a warrior. Right or not? So by looking at that, who is X? Is one person or multiple persons? Is one person. Is called one. Is called one form. Is called one person. Representing in how many forms? Representing in how many forms? Multiple forms I am representing. Multiple forms I am representing. This mechanism is called, this is one of the greatest mechanism in Python. This is called one of the greatest mechanism in Python. So for everything, a greatest mechanism is available. What is that? I am going to give you the clarity on it. What is the greatest mechanism? The process of representing one form in how many forms? Multiple forms is called what? Polymorphism. This is called one of the beautiful definition. Because of that, what is happening internally, sir? Because of this mechanism, what is happening? Immediately try to see, it is a principle actually. Data encapsulation is called what? Principle. How I was implemented in Python? Underscore variable I used it. Underscore symbol I used it, and I hide my data. Similarly, this polymorphism kind of principle, if you want to implement it, just to see the overriding example once. Overriding example once. Noise function is how many? How many noise functions are there? How many noise functions are there? One only. 3 no, only one. Noise function is available how many? One only available. But it is represented in where? Same heading is taken. What is different? Body is different. Same heading is taken. Body is different. What it indicates? What it indicates? One method heading represented in how many forms? Multiple forms. In database, if you look at very carefully, there is a function called connect function. Whether you remembered or not, connect function, which was connected with what? Connected with Oracle database, connected with MySQL, connected with any type of database. Same function I will use it. What is different? Module name is different. One function I am using to connect to any one of the database or not? Is it not called one in multiple forms? Come on. Is it not called one in multiple forms? How it is possible? Internally, the PSF people already followed which concept? Which concept they followed? Polymorphism concept they followed. Polymorphism concept they followed. Are you following this? Next, you come to the next place, teacher. Read sub is one function, one heading, original method is redefined into this format, In this case, how many read sub functions are available? One. How many ways it is represented? Multiple ways it is represented. So it is nothing but what? One in multiple forms. So which principle is resembling here? Polymorphism principle is resembling. So polymorphism principle I am applying into my program through method overriding. What is method overriding? Is a programming feature of Python, which I am using to implement which principle? Polymorphism principle. Inheritance is available in all the programming languages. So I am following certain syntax, and you know syntax in previous class. In polymorphism also, we are using to bring the polymorphism into action format. To bring the polymorphism into action format, like one form in multiple forms, compulsory I must use what? Compulsory I must use method overriding. Compulsory I must use method overriding. This method overriding bring the polymorphism into programmatic format. To use this method overriding, which type of principle I have to use again? Which type of principle I have to use? Just now I said you. Which type of principle I have to use? Inheritance. Indirectly, to use a polymorphism, what are the things required? Method overriding is compulsory. Next, inheritance is compulsory. If I don't use those method overriding and inheritance, there is no polymorphism. Sir, what is an advantage of it? Now I am going to give you advantage of polymorphism. Now I am going to give you one more example. Look at that. Now this is called what? Like this. This is called inheritance example I am going to show. Inheritance example I am going to show. Right? So coming to the point back, this is called a C1. This is called a C1. This is called a C2. This is called a C3. C3 this is 1 minute. C3, I say C3, C3, and I say what here? C4. C4. These are my classes. Take care. I am going to say this kind of functions. Here I am going to take this like this. Here I am taking the function name is called what? X function, and next is called what? Y function, Y function, and next is called Z function. Next I am going to take K function. Tell me how many functions are there? Come on, 4. All X function coming to C2, X and Y functions coming to C3, XYZ functions are coming to C4. Are you getting? And how many times these functions will take the memory space? One time only. 4 different functions are there. Definitely 4 times memory space will take or not? Definitely 4 times memory space is taken. Suppose, now you may ask a question, sir, what is an advantage of inheritance then? Suppose, if this is called a C1, if this is called a C1, I am using the function called what? X. If this X function used by different classes, if X function is used by different classes, what is happening? What is happening here? What is happening here? I am going to get it. Different places X is having in different places. X is having in different places. So here X is having in this place C1, X is having in C2, X is having in C3, and multiple classes I am taking here. C1, C2, this is called C3, this is called C4, C4, and next is called C5, C5, and next is called what you know, C6, C6. Here I am going to take it. In these many classes, this function X is coming. How many times memory space is taken for X? 1 time. In other places, logical available, advantage. But when you go to this type of angle of thing, left hand side, C1, X function, Y function, Z function, K function. How many functions are there overall? 4. Ultimately, a function 1 time it will take the memory space. How many times it will take the memory spaces? 1 time. Totally 4 functions, 4 times memory space is taking. Right? The same type of example, I will rewrite by using the same type of function. I will rewrite by using which type of thing? You observe it. What is happening here? You see here. I'm taking like this. Which function is coming there? C1. I will override X function to do the operation of C2. I will take it into where? X function to do the operation in C3. I will take X function to do the operation in where? C4. Now see that X operation in C1 will be different, X operation in C2 will be different, X operation in C3 will be different, X operation in C4 will be different. But method heading is same or not? In all these cases, how much memory space is taking? Only 1 time memory space is taking. not taking 4 times memory space. In this case, what is the concept is available? What is the concept is available? Method overriding. Method overriding, I am using which principle? Which principle? Polymorphism. So polymorphism principle uses what? Polymorphism principle uses what? Method overriding. Method overriding uses which principle? Inheritance. Now, here inheritance is there. It is a purely which kind of example? Which is purely which kind of example? Inheritance is there. And this is purely which type of example? So, if you carefully look into this polymorphism, if you carefully look into this, which is the best way of application development? Polymorphism. Because of polymorphism, same function giving 4 outputs. What x function, what y function, what z function, and what k function is doing. Same thing I am doing in right side diagram with the polymorphism also. Are you able to understand? Whenever I call, look at my dear students, how this is taking. O4 is equal to C4. I am taking that O4 dot what? X. Which function is executing? See there. Which function is executing? C4 class function is executing. C4, O4 dot X. C4 class related to this one. From here I am calling what? Super off. I will call it as what? Super off. Off what I am saying? X. What is happening? It will go to this place. Whatever the memory space was there, it is overridden with what? This X. Because same name. In that memory space only, it will execute once again. And the previous memory space result was already given or not? And from here I will call once again what it is going to be. Super dot X. Again I will get this result. Again super dot X. Again I will get this result. In all the places, in one memory space only, X of C4 will execute, X of C3 will execute, X of C2 will execute, X of C1 will execute. It is going to take advantage of polymorphism is always giving which memory space? Less memory space. Always. It is an inbuilt capability of polymorphism. So polymorphism always used to achieve less memory space. Here you can do the same thing with inheritance also. X memory space, Y memory space, Z memory space, K memory space. It is taking 4 different memory spaces for 4 different functions. But here I want to take what? Same memory space. I am getting 4 different results. Definitely it is a great concept. Are you able to follow? So this is called which method? This X is called which method? Original method it is called. Which method? Original method. Other methods are called which methods? Already explained. Overridden methods. Overridden method this is called. Again this is called overridden method. Again this is called overridden method. Overridden method. Again this is called overridden method. Again it is called overridden method. So here one original methods are existing in how many times? One time. And any how many number of times I overridden? This is known as one form we can call. What is this? One form. That is called first form. Original form it is called. One form it is called. One form. Which form? One form. What are these things are called? Overridden methods are known as what? These overridden methods are known as which methods? Multiple forms we can call. Which methods? Multiple forms. Multiple forms we can call. What is the definition of polymorphism? Polymorphism is nothing but I told already in the class. What is that? One form in multiple forms. Is the aim of what? What is an advantage of polymorphism? Less memory space always. That is a major important issue. Come on, how it is done? What is one form? Always gives you. One form is nothing but which method? Multiple forms are nothing but which method, sir? What do you mean by form? Form is nothing but whether it exists in base class or exists in derived class. If the method is existing in the base class, it is called which method? Original method, one form. If it is existing in derived classes, we call it as overridden method, that is called multiple forms. 3 things. What is a polymorphism definition? Representing one form in multiple forms. Connect function, you take it. How many connect functions we have? One. I can use to connect with Oracle. I can use to connect with MySQL. I can use to connect with any database. Same function. Is it one function connecting to many databases or not? Is it not called one in many forms? What is that concept is involving there? Polymorphism. Understand? If it is there in base class, which method it is? Original form. One method. If it is existing in derived classes, it is called what? Multiple forms. Nothing but what? Overridden method. Come on, what is the definition of polymorphism? Representing one form in multiple forms. One form is nothing but original method. Multiple forms. What do you mean by form? Form is nothing but a method here. If the method exists in base class, it is called original method. If the method exists in derived class, it is called what? Overridden method. Is it understandable form? Polymorphism is a principle of programming concept. Principle. How I am implementing in Python? Method overriding. To use method overriding, which principle again I have to use? Inheritance. How do you implement polymorphism in Python? Method overriding. What is method overriding? Heading is same, body different. One heading available into multiple forms. It is nothing but internally which one is sounding there? Polymorphism. Clarity is there. So, coming to this. Best example, left side diagram, right side diagram you see. If you see the left side diagram, it is a purely inheritance. No method overriding, no polymorphism, nothing is there. And in the right side diagram, polymorphism is there, method overriding is there, and then inheritance principle is also available. Shall I move to the further? What do you mean by polymorphism once again? The process of representing one form in multiple forms. One form represents which method? Original method. Multiple forms are nothing but what? Overridden methods. What do you mean by form? State of existence of the method. Spell out. State of existence of the method. If the method exists in base class, it is called which method? Original method. One form. If the same method exists in derived classes, known as what? Multiple forms, known as what? Overridden methods. So clearly I said. How you can bring the polymorphism into Python? By using method overriding. To use method overriding, which type of principle again I will use? So to use the principle of polymorphism, I have to use method overriding and inheritance. Right? So coming to the point back, I will show you what is the polymorphism simultaneously. What is the polymorphism simultaneously? I will show you. Let me show you the polymorphism here. Very easy, nothing too difficult. Nothing too difficult to understand. See that very shortcut point. Come on. Polymorphism is one of the distinct feature of Here, the purpose of polymorphism is that efficient utilization of memory. Nothing but what? Less memory space is achieved. Compulsory question. You see any website, they will not give any kind of stuff like this. Right? Any website, 24 hours, 1 week you take it. You verify all those things. Cat, dog, animal, truck, car, that examples only. You never find this type of notes in any of the websites. Please follow that. And in any of the faculty notes you see, they will not teach the whoops features, this many examples. They will just 3 days, whoops is over. Right? So take care. So definition of what? Polymorphism. The process of representing one form in multiple forms is called what? Polymorphism. In the polymorphism principle, polymorphism principle is implemented. Implemented means what? Bring into action by using method overriding feature of object-oriented programming languages. These are all available into where? Java is also available, Python also available, everywhere else it is available. Well, in the definition of polymorphism, one form represents what? Original method, and multiple forms represents what? Overridden methods. Okay, a form is nothing but existence of a method. A form is nothing but existence of a method. If the method existing in which class, then it is called original method. And if the same method existing in which class, it is called what? Overridden method. Nothing but what? Multiple forms. Understand? Shall I move forward? Yes. So polymorphism and method overriding interrelated together or not? What is polymorphism? Once again tell me. It is one of the best principle. What is the definition? One form represented into multiple forms. What is an advantage of writing like that? I can utilize the less memory. I can give pure perfect memory management. Less memory space I can achieve it. Did you understand? Yes. So anybody did not understand? Final example I will give you. Anybody? So students in the online, did you understand, students? Did you understand this example? Quickly. Right? Fine. So Ganesh Verma, I am saying to you, ma, because I'm very much patiency. Actually, I have very big patiency. If you are making me to lose my patiency, I will tell to admins, please switch, change you to another batch. So I cannot tolerate that type of things. Because even if I specified in the example, you are saying that specify in the notes. In notes, it is not there. Like that, you are saying. If it is there, you are saying like that. I'm very much patiency faculty. If you say like that, I don't want you in my class. Please change your batch. I'm telling now only, please go to other batch. Finally, I would like to say these words only. Okay? Take care by yourself. I hope tomorrow onwards you will go to other batch. Take care. All the best. Now coming to the next discussion now. Next discussion. What is the next discussion? I will explain super function also and a class name that also I will explain. Well, now I am going to enter into further discussion. Polymorphism is understandable. Method overriding concept is also understandable. See that? Method overriding used for implementing which principle? Yes. Now open the notes. Open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will calculate area of different figures, area of different figures such as area of different figures such as circle, comma, square, let it be square, circle and square. Even you can add rectangle, triangle, any number of things you can add. Let it be by using, continue, by using, Nikita, switch off your video, by using classes and objects, classes and objects. Now look at, I can do this in many ways. I can do this example. How do you do? Class circle, class square, separate. Circle object you create, square object you create. How many memory spaces? 2 objects memory space, 2 methods memory space. I felt not necessary. Second level, I can do with inheritance also. Class circle, circle area. Okay, I define the logic. Class square of circle, I can define def square area. I will define. How many methods are there in square class? 2. I'll create an object of s is equal to square of s dot what? Circle area, s dot square area. How many functions you are calling? How many memory spaces created? 2 memory spaces. Earlier, how many memory spaces? 2 objects memory space, 2 methods memory space, totally 4. With inheritance, I reduced 2 objects, 1 object only creating. Which object? Bottommost class object. That also I don't want. Finally, I will go for what? 1 method name, 1 object name. 1 method name, 1 object name. What is it? Polymorphism with inheritance. Understand? Once again, polymorphism uses which concept? Method overriding. Method overriding uses what? Inheritance uses what? Classes and objects. Inheritance, base class and derived class, classes I need to use or not? Definitely I will go for object also now. That means when I come to polymorphism, you are using classes, objects, inheritance, almost all the OOPS features you are inheriting. If I want to encapsulate, I can write base class method, underscore underscore also I can say. So polymorphism is an ultimate in the OOPS features. Shall we move? Look at the coding here. I'm going to say, follow me carefully. Here I'm writing like this. So here, follow me this carefully. So here I'm writing this program calculates what? Area of different figures. So different figures such as what? Circle and what? Circle and square. So for example, let us see small example. Class circle, quickly, class circle. If you want, you can write object also, no problem. Any problem if I write like that? No problem. By default, who is coming? Object is a superclass. I already told you. Is it necessary to write or not necessary? Not necessary. Even if you write also, no problem. For every class in Python, there exists an implicit predefined superclass called object. Already I taught. DEF, come on. What is that now? Area of what? Self. Beautiful. R is equal to, self dot R is equal to float of input of enter radius. Enter radius of like this. Self dot R. Fine. Next, I'm going to say self dot AC is equal to, I'm saying that come on fast, 3.14 into what? Self dot R square into self dot what? R star 2. Self dot R star 2. Is it understandable? Yes. Now print of, I'm going to say area of circle is equal to dot format of what is this? Self dot AC. Self dot what? AC. Self dot AC. Right? Careful. Now here self dot AC is a body. This is defined. It is called which method? It is called which method? Original method. Well, now I am going to take one more type of class. What is the class name? Square of what? Circle. What is coming? You also try to speak. Don't sit quiet and come speak. What is coming? Defined method is coming into circle class or not? Circle defined method coming to where? Square class. Right or not? What I will do? Huh? What I will do under DEF? What I should do? No wording, nothing is there. Don't do that. First, understand the level of subject. What should I do? Override. Override means what? Heading is same. What is the heading? DEF. What is the function name? Area of what? Self. Be a doctor. Don't be a person who give injection. Doctor means he will suggest how to give. You are also like a programmer. You say method is coming from where? Base class. What should I do? Override. Override means what? Heading is same. What is different? Body. Which body I defined under circle area? Circle area formula. I am taking into which class? Square class. What should I do? Area of square. Area of what should I do? Redefine the body or not? Come on. Self dot s is equal to float of come on fast. Enter side. Enter what? Side. Okay, next. Self dot what? AS. Self dot SA is equal to. AS is a keyword. Don't type that. SA is equal to what? Self dot what? Yes, star star 2. Self dot S into star star 2. That is side into side. Print. What is this? Area of what? Square is equal to dot format of self dot what? SA. Done. What is this method is called? Overridden method. Overridden method. Overridden method. Overridden method. This is done. What is circle class is called? Base class. What is square class is called? Dead class. How many methods I have there? How many? One or two na? One. What is that one method is called? Original method. I have another form also. What is that? Overridden form. Multiple form. One form available into next form. I can take another class, another form. I can take another class, another form. Another form, another form. But how many methods? One in many forms. Advantage is what? In one memory space, all of them will execute whenever you call it. That is greatest advantage internally. That's why polymorphism came. You read any website, like big websites, what people are feeling, like Edureka. If you read Edureka or Great Learning or Coursera, nothing is there inside of it. Whoop switches, just in one static page, they are just giving it. And these are very important in interviews. Just read my notes thoroughly. Every question is from this place and be perfect. Right? Come to the point. Create an object of what? Main program. Create an object of what? Base class or derived class? In this concept, in this program, how many principles are there? You tell me. Classes are there, objects are there. Inheritance is there. Polymorphism is there. Method overriding is there. Of course, method overriding is not a principle of hoops, but it is a topic of Python. I am using to bring what? Polymorphism into action. Okay. S is equal to, come on, square of S dot what? Area. Execute. This is also an example of what? Polymorphism. POLY example 1.py. Actually, yesterday's all method overriding examples are nothing but indirectly polymorphism examples only. Coming to this, go to the place of here. I'll go to this place, 4 p.m. I'll take this whoops. I'll create one folder, polymorphism. So inside of it, I will say polymorphism example. So I will take it POLY example 1.py. Okay, something capital letters is there. I will save it. Example 1.py. So small letters POLY ex1.py POLY POLY ex1.py. Fine. Save this. Coming to this, you say save as. You say once a save as. To save this example, coming to this, resave it, resave it. Coming to this point back, come out of that CD polymorphism there. You see dir, you are having this program, say py polymorphism example 1. And file name small or capital or don't worry. Yes, so say this what? 5. I'm getting the answer is what? 5 square, 25. And I did not get what? Base class method is not coming. Shall I write or not? How do you call? I forget. Yes. How will write it? If you want to execute before this, you can happily say something like this. You can happily say something like this. How I can say? How I can say? Here I can say 1 minute. Okay, let it be. Not a problem. Super of what? Area. Super of area. You see that? Save this code. Execute. Radius. The moment when it comes to derived class area method, calling super dot area. 2.3, I got the circle area and asking the side value 3.4, 3.4 square of that. If you want that square area first, super dot square area, I say here, and see that, say here I am saying, say here as what? Super function of what? Area. You execute this and see that side 3.7 and 3.4, I got the answer like this. Are you following? Are you understanding? So super function is used for what? Calling base class function from overridden method of derived class. Actually, super function is not necessary when they have different function names. Your function name and my function name is different. No need to use which function? Super function. Suppose if I remove super here, it is taken as what? I am calling like that. It is nothing but what? Current class function only. Which function? Current class function. Just to see that, asking the side 2.3. What is that? Area is not defined. This area function is not defined. Which area you want to call? Would you like to call current class area method or area method of super class? Area method of square class means what? Self dot. Self dot. Self dot. Self dot means what? Current class. Same square only will ask you many times. See that? I'll ask you 2.3. Again asking. Enter the site 4.5. Again asking 6.7, again asking the same thing, calling again and again. Is it a waste of time? So to do this, I'll go for what? Here I need to write compulsory what? Super off, super off. So the answer is coming 3.4 and 12.3. I'm getting the result like this. If it is a different method, if this is called area 1 and this is called area 2, this I will write area 2. I need not write any such type of super. I need not write any. This is simply I can call what? Area 1, which is called an instance method. I can call with respect to what? Self dot. That you already understand in the beginning stages of our instance methods only. See that 3.4 and say 12.5, I'll get the answer. In the case of which methods? If I take same function name with different bodies is going to be an ultimate advantage will come. An ultimate advantage will come. Some 6.7 and 12.67, I'll get the result like this. Output is same, but internal performance is so high. I hope you are understanding this. Shall we move forward? Yes. Now what type of inheritance it is? What type of inheritance it is? Single inheritance. That also you don't know. Which inheritance? Single inheritance. One base class and one derived class is called what? Single inheritance. Now, online students, did you understand up to here? Did you understand up to here? Now I am going to use which function I applied here? Super dot. You can also call with respect to what I set, circle dot of what here? Self. Self. You can execute once again. Execute once again. Here I am saying that say something like 8.9. Say something like 9 you enter. I got the output like this. But two syntaxes are there. Which syntax is useful in which case? Which syntax is useful in which case? I am going to introduce. Okay, na? I will take the same example. Look at. I am going to say one more type of story. One more type of discussion. Circle class. This is called a square class. What I am going to do here? Remove this kind of things. You don't write this kind of things here. You don't write this kind of things. I will do what? Be careful, ma. Class rectangle of what I am doing? Circle comma what? Square. Circle comma square. Class rectangle, circle comma square. First time you are coming to multiple inheritance. We have seen single inheritance. Yesterday multi-level inheritance. Even in today's class also hierarchical inheritance. And I am coming to where? Multiple. Any kind of inheritance, even hybrid also will come. Come on to this. What function is coming? What function is coming? Area function. How many times it is coming? 2 times or 1 time? 1 time only. Because one form only available, I told. 2 times, 2 times or 1 time? 1 time. 1 time. That too from where it is coming? That is an important. From circle it is coming, from square it is coming, that is an important. It is coming from circle. Because whichever is written in the order first of multiple inheritance, that will come first. Sir, prove it once, sir. Beautiful concept it is. Right. I said pass. Say what is created? R is equal to which class? Rect class. Which class? Rect class. R dot what? Area. Being a rectangle object, from circle and square, 2 things are there. Which area function is coming into rect class? That is an important. Which area function is coming? 2 area functions will not come. What will come? Whichever is in first in order, that function only PVM will take. How do you know? If I call R dot area, come on, flow is what? Area function called with respect to what? R. R is an object of what? Control goes to where? Rect class. Looking for which function? Area function. There or not there? Not there. Which memory management inheritance follows? Logical memory management. Logical memory. I'm already explained in inheritance. See our notes. Go through the notes. Logical memory management. What is logical memory management says? What it says? Neither we write the source code, nor it takes the physical memory space. Explained like anything. So coming to the point of it. Now save this code. Save this code. Polymorphism example 2.py. I will take it here. Coming to the same place. I'll stay here. Polymorphism, I will take it 1 minute. I'll go to this 4 p.m. I'll take this whoops. I'll take this polymorphism. I'll say polymorphism example 2. Execute. So see polymorphism example 2. Asking enter the radius. That means circle comma square comma something. When multiple classes are coming with same method, PVM takes from which method? Only one method it will take. Which method? First in order. Yes. 2.3. I get the area of circle. Sir, please change the order, sir. Circle comma I will write circle comma what? Square comma circle you say. Now I am saying there. Now I am saying there. See the side. So 4.5. I am getting the answer like this. Are you following? Are you okay? Fine. Ultimately, I never bother about it which function is coming, but I will override. To do what operation? Rectangle operation. So being a rectangle object, I am getting either a square area or what? Now I am going to. Anyhow, one method is inheriting. I will override that. Come on, do. DEF. What is the function name? Area of what? Self. What should I do? L is equal to self dot L is equal to float of input of enter what? Length. Enter length. Fine. Next, I will take it here. Self dot B. Self dot B is equal to enter what? Breadth. Self dot breadth. Self dot what? Self dot what? AR is equal to self dot L into self dot what? B. Print. Print. Area of what? Rectangle is equal to say dot format of self dot AR. AR. Come on, students. What this method is called again? Overridden method. This is also called overridden method. Okay. Well, coming to this, R is equal to rectangle of R dot area. Are you following? Come on, start. R dot area. Take the flow first of all. Area method called with respect to R. R is an object of rectangle. PVM goes to which class? Rectangle class. Looking for which method? Look at daily if we practice, no doubts will come. 23 and 12 output is like this. Understand? Now I will call square area method plus circle area. Which type of inheritance? Multiple inheritance. Two base classes, one derived class. Already skeletons I explained. Okay. Come on to this point. What should I do? From this place, I want to execute. Which function I want to execute? Tell me. I want to execute here. Tell me. How do you call the base class methods? Super dot area. Which type of super area will call? Square. Because first in order that will call. See the speciality of it. Very carefully I am explaining. 10 and then 12, 120 side is coming. First in order. That only will be considered 1.2. What is not calling? Circle. You may ask, sir, once again you call, sir. Because first time it is calling, second time also you call, sir. Super dot area. Because they think that first time super dot area for this, second time super dot area for this. Right. Coming to the point back. Yes, Ma Lakshmi. I will come to this more. First, let us look at 23 and then 78. See that 12 and then 45. Again getting the same answer. Two times same area method is calling. Of which one? Square only. Now, super function is calling which function only? Its immediate superclass function. It will work in single inheritance. It will work in multi-level inheritance, but it cannot work for multiple inheritance. It will not work. Super of function name will call immediate superclass, but our rect class will contain how many superclasses? Two superclasses. Two superclass functions I want to call. Is it possible with a super function? Not possible. Super function can call its immediate superclass method only. It cannot call. Multiple superclass functions cannot call, like a multiple inheritance. Are you following? Then how do you avoid this? This is not possible. First one, okay. Second one, how do you do? Second approach, circle dot area of what? Yes, circle dot area of dot self. With what I am writing? Class name. Super. Execute. Execute. Beautiful output. Enter the length 10, 12. Side 2.3. Radius 3.4. Beautiful. This syntax, whatever I said, you will not find anywhere. Majority of the websites know. And first of all, these questions will not be there. You just go through in every website. For the sake of sorry saying, you please search for it. Dog, cat, truck, aeroplane, car, that type of examples, that is no use at all. Now coming to the point of it, here also I will write it what here. It is not only necessary to call there, I will call like this also. Come on, what is this? Square dot what? Area of what? Self. How I am calling? With the class name. How many ways are there to call my base class methods? Two ways. One is by using super of, one more is class name. Which one is used in which case? If I have single base class at a time, like single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, I will go for what? Super of. But I cannot apply super of to call super function of multiple base classes. Like multiple inheritance you cannot call. Why? For one derived class, multiple base classes will be there or not? I cannot call. How do you solve that issue? Class name dot that method name of self. So it will call. Super. Execute this logic. Of course, I already executed. Say 34, 56, 1.2, 0.9. I got the answer. Understand? How many approaches are there to call my base class method from derived classes? Two. One is super of, one more is good. Shall I move forward? I will show that. Let me explain one more. Students, did you understand? Come on. Yes, ma. Senapati. Anything you can use. Depends on our situation, we can use it. Depends on the situation, we can use it. Senapati. With the class name you can use. You can use this place also. Yes, ma. Lakshmi, you are having some doubt. You asked some doubt about it. So I will see your doubt what it is, ma. So, sir, if we don't have area method in the first class, then it goes to second class and check it or not, sir. If area method is not there in the first class, why I will inherit it then? If I don't need the method, why I will inherit, ma? Will I inherit? I have so many classes. I will not go to other classes. Whichever class I need, I will go to that class. Suppose I don't need that. Why should I inherit that class? Am I correct? Fine. So, Lakshmi. So, I hope you understand that. So, I think Lakshmi got it. Yeah, money. Right. Coming to the next part of the discussion. Are you able to follow? What is this overriding process is called? Method overriding. Spell out. In Python, constructor overriding is also possible. What is also possible? Constructor overriding is also possible. Shall I show you that constructor overriding? First, a small example, very small example. Constructor overriding is possible. What is the use of constructor? Initializing the object. Initializing the object. I will go on explain, it is up to you. Whether you remember, you will get good knowledge. If you don't remember, I cannot enter into your brain. Na? So, initializing the object. Let us take one small example. Polymorphism example 3.py. Very small example. Class test def underscore init underscore of self print. Small example. Test class constructor. Test class constructor. Okay. Next, I will take a class sample. Class sample of what? Test. That's it. That's it. Understand? Okay. Main program, please. Main program, please. S is equal to sample of. What is this line of line number 10? Line number 10 is called what? Object creation. Whenever an object is created, a dash will be called. Whenever an object is created, a dash will be called constructor. My dear students, a constructor is one special method which is automatically or implicitly called by PVM during object creation. So, constructor is a calling when an object is created. Whenever an object is created, PVM control goes to which class? Looking for the constructor. Is the constructor is there in this class or not? There or not there? Not there. Are you there in the class or not? Earlier, previous example only I said there or not there. Are you there in the class or not? When you answer such things, I'll get a little problem. Previously only I asked, logical memory management, it follows, I said. Just 15 minutes back I said. There or not there? There. For normal faculty, it is okay, they will go on throwing it out. But for sensitive faculty, it is problem. Even if I explain, if you don't remember and says, then why should I explain? Like everybody, I will just say one day hitting, ball will go out of the stadium. Over. Chapter closed. Right? So it is there or not there? Because it is inherited from where? Test class to where? Sample. In Java, constructors will not inherit. In Python, constructors will be inherited. In the constructors, I said properties of constructors. I'll open it. You will not remember, I know. You will not read basically. You will not read, I know. Because present students will not read daily. Present students will not read daily. They feel that we know everything. But when we go to interview, they will come to know. Constructors, nodes, types, constructors. Here you see. Properties, rules of what? Constructors. Constructors will not return any value. Constructor name is always. Constructors are calling automatically by PVM. During what creation? Constructors will participate in where? Constructors can be when already constructor time only explained, because I know I am going to explain overriding. Otherwise, I will write only definition and I will say over. You see any of the website, you will not find these properties. Take care by yourself. Take care by yourself. Close. Come on to the point. Come on to this point here. What is happening? Execute. What is the answer is coming now? Say answer please. Test class. Yeah. See the test class constructor. That means what is inherited? Test class constructor inherited into which class? Sample class. What I will do? Being a sample class object creation, I am getting the answer of what? Will you want? I don't want. I don't want. So I don't want. What I will do? Override. What is overriding? You have seen method overriding. Today we are seeing what? Constructor overriding. What is the definition? Constructor heading is same, body different. Body, say DEF. Nothing is there to say. What is there? Init of what? Self. Say was simply print of what? Sample class constructor. Sample class constructor. Well, execute. How beautiful this is. Go for, this is called which constructor? Which constructor? Original constructor. Original constructor. Right? Now I will go for what? This is called what? Overridden constructor. Overridden constructor. Overridden constructor. Overridden constructor. Execute. What is this? What is this line called? Object creation. Whenever an object is created, what is calling? Constructor. Which class constructor? Sample class constructor. There or not there? What is it known as? Overridden constructor. I wrote there. What it is called? Which is inherited from where? Base class. Base class. Say, what is an answer? Sample class. Yes. So, coming to that, sample class constructor. Now, from the sample class constructor, I want to call which constructor? Base class constructor. Please tell me. Super of what? Underscore init underscore of. Super dot base class method name. Super dot base class constructor name. Beautiful. Execute. Beautiful. See, I will say like this. Are you following? Getting what? Sample class constructor. This one. It's not necessary to write here. Even I can write in this place also. Which place I can write it? I can write this statement in the above place also. Here I can write it. Here I can write it. Yes. Execute, students. Now see, test class constructor. Are you able to follow? Yes. Which kind of concept it is? Overriding constructor. How many things you can override in Python? Method overriding, constructor overriding. How do you call the super method from base derived class? Super of method name. How do you call the super class constructor from derived class? Super of dot underscore init underscore of. Comfortable? Okay. Go. Next. One more time I will take it. One more time I will take it. Look at. I will take it like this. Same to same. 4. Okay. 4. Sample. Okay. No more things. No more things. Which constructor? Original constructor. Original constructor. Yes. I will take it one more type of class. What is that kind of class? I am saying here something like HYD. HYD of what? Test comma what? Sample of pass. Pass. No more constructor. Which constructor will come first? HYD constructor will come. Sorry, test constructor will come, right or not? Execute. 4.py. Save this code. Save this code. See that. Dot 4. Py. Dot 4. Got what? Test class constructor. If I change the order, what is coming? Right. This is called what? Test. Which one will come? Sample class constructor. You take one more type of thing. I will take one more type of thing. Class, something like Python. Python is one class. Python class. This is called a self. No problem. Which class constructor? Python class constructor. I am writing what here? Python of. Which class constructor will come? Python class constructor will come. What type of inheritance? Multiple inheritance. Which inheritance? Now, I want to call overriding now. Which one I am overriding? Any one of this I will override. Beautiful. Which class this constructor is? HYD class constructor. What is this constructor is called? Yes. Overridden constructor it is. Execute. What is the answer is coming? HYD constructor is coming. Overridden method is coming or not? Now my question is, I want to call Python constructor, sample constructor, test constructor. Is it possible by using super of? Super of what? Underscore init underscore of. Which constructor will come? One superclass only. That is the first in superclass only will call. See that? I'm getting that. Understand? Can I call these things? No. What should I do, ma? There is one and only one solution. Come on, any order. First you call sample class constructor. Tell me. Sample of sample dot underscore underscore init underscore of self. Understand? Well, next is called what? Tester dot underscore underscore init underscore of self. Next Python dot underscore underscore init underscore of self. What a beautiful example. I will explain the nodes of super of and class name of. See that? Getting or not? Yes. Suppose if these are containing values, if they are containing values, see that here same to same. Here of what is this? Comma A. Comma A. I say test class constructor. What is that? A is equal to dot format of A. Self dot here. Formal parameter I am printing. Not practicing, I think so. Self dot A. I am printing the value A directly. Which A I am printing? Formal parameter. So simple. Practice it. Don't be hurry at all. Next is called what? B. B. I will print what here? B is equal to, I say what? Dot format of what? B. B. I am taking here what? C comma D. C comma D. C comma D. I am saying what? C is equal to and D is equal to dot format of what? C comma D. C comma D. Are you following me? C comma D. Okay. Here I am writing HYD class constructor. Sample dot etc. I should pass what? 100. See that? Sample dot init of what? Sample self comma 100. Which one is going? Which class? Sample class. Sample class. What is the value coming? 100. 100 is preserving here. Understand? Next init of. Next I want to pass a test class. Test class is taking what? One value. I'll pass it. Comma 200. Next Python related class is taking what? Two values. Pass it here what? 1000 comma what? 2000. Srinivaslu, switch off your video. 1000 comma what? 2000. Are you understanding? Passing with values. Beautiful. Say, this is subjective. This is called subjective. 5.py. 5.py. Say, save this. Say this. Out of that, execute py like this. See that HYD class constructor, sample class constructor B value, test class constructor of this one, Python class constructor C and D value. What about the HYD class constructor? It is called what? Default constructor it is taking. So I'm going to take here what? I will take it as what? Something like rosum. Something like rosum. What is the value here? One constructor. I will take it as what? Say something like what? Name. Say here. What is this? Name is equal to dot format of name. Name. Beautiful. Everything is beautiful when we read well. If we don't touch the book, even if I explain hundreds of things, if you don't practice, you can do it. Are you able to follow? With this also I am passing parameters. With this I am passing parameters. Beautiful. Here also I am passing parameters and getting this. So ultimately, what are you understanding with this? How we call the base class methods from derived class? How many approaches? Two. One is by using super of, one more by using So super, how many functions I can call? Super dot function name, super dot constructor name. With class name also you can call method name. With class name also you can call constructor name. Totally how many ways? Class name and super. With these two, I can call method name of base, constructor name of base. With parameters, without parameters, I can call. Understand? So let me open it. Let me open it here. See, I'll go to this place. See that whoops. I'll go to this whoops and I'll see this method overriding. I hope that maybe it is in the polymorphism, I hope. So coming to this polymorphism, in the nodes part, you see number of approaches to call original methods from where? How many ways? Start. We have two approaches to call original method or what? Constructors. From of which class? From methods or constructors of which class? Derived class. They are number one by using super of. Second one by using what? Class and name. Come on, start with by using what? Super of. Say super of is one of the predefined function which is used for super class original method or constructor. Which is used for calling superclass or superclass original method or constructor from where? Overridden method or overridden constructor of derived class. Syntax 1, syntax 2. Please look at the syntax 1 and syntax 2. Super of dot what? Method name. List of what? Values if any. Super dot what? Init of list of values if any. Next, with super, we are able to call only immediate base class method, but not able to call specified method of base class. Immediate base class you can do. Immediate base class you can do. Immediate base class method you can call. Immediate base class method you can call, but you cannot call specified class. Class test of class HYD test comma Python comma something. I have three super classes. Can I call any of the super class other than my beginning one? You cannot. That is what I am specifying. Are you able to understand? Then how do you overcome this? To do this approach, we have to go for which name? Now see, by using class name. By using class name approach, we can call any base class method or constructor name from which class? Context of derived class method or what? Constructor names. How do you call? Syntax name. Class name dot method name of self comma list of values if any. Class name dot underscore underscore init underscore of self comma list of values if any. Did you understand? So where I used these examples here, you see I am using sample class name dot init of value. Class name dot init of value. 1 value, 2 values, 3 values, 4 values. Are you able to follow? Are you getting me? So how many approaches are there to call? Multiple approaches are there. I'll just save it into my place. Save it into my place. So 4 p.m. I'll just put it into this whoops. I'll just say something like polymorphism. In this place of notes, I will just write it. In the place of this notes, I will write it. What is polymorphism? Also, there is a concept. Also, there is a concept. I will save that also in our place. Into this place, I can just take it into this. So we understand polymorphism. How to call it? You understand this case. Are you understanding? Is it clear? So next, any of the base class methods are there, we can call it. So here, you see the ample of examples here. These are examples which I did and I gone for. In how many ways I achieved the polymorphism here? Methods and constructors. Methods and constructors. We can go for even with different things. Of course, that is well-known thing. You are already observed it. Now see, Already you see, this is called what you know. In this case, S is equal to Python. S is equal to Python. Of course, this is what is simple and general one. How many? len function is taking what? str is an object. lst is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 50 comma 60 comma 80 like this. This is called list. len of what I am saying? lst. How many functions I am using? Same function. How many arguments? String argument, list object, any argument. One function or different functions? One function with a different forms. One function with a different forms. Srinivaslu, switch off your video, ma. So coming to back, so print this lst. Got what? 8. What do you understand there? len function 1 or many? 1. I am using that one function for string length. I am using for tuple length. I am using for list length, set length, anything. One method for multiple purposes, which is nothing but what? One more kind of polymorphism kind of area is available. Understand? So next you take it. S is equal to 12 I am using. 12 I am using. What I am using there? A is equal to what? Int of what? S, which is printed A. Converted into that value or not? Getting my point? S is equal to, I am saying what here? True. A is equal to what I am saying? Yes. What is that? A is called 1. What is that int function is doing? Taking int string value, taking boolean value, taking some other value, converted or not? One function doing many operations. What is that? One form in multiple forms. Which concept? From the beginning we are using, but today we are learning. That means internally Python libraries also used what? Yes. One connect function connected to multiple databases. One in many forms. Which concept? Yes. So you are also polymorphism. You are also polymorphism. You are also polymorphic nature. If something sad, you will feel. Something happy, something. Your color, your attitude, your behavior will change, depends on your mood. So you are having which nature? Polymorphic nature. For example, you see, I am very cool, and Ganesh Verma made me all of a sudden very heat. Generally, I will be very cool. Even though I specified example is saying example is not there. Already there are not. One by one, I am going to explain. According to one person, if I move, it will be a problem. Like that, 2 years back, one student was there, Vinith Kumar. He is also like that. What I am going to explain, sir, now only you tell me, sir. Tomorrow I have exam, sir. Today you tell me, sir, like that he will say. You will go on sending the same message again and again. I got one day irritation. I removed from meeting. I told to admins not to be there in my class. Because irritating means what? One day I will also human being now. So I will also get tension. So I said, send it to other batch. Forcefully sent to other batch. 1 year he struggled. 1 year. Now he is attending morning time in my 7 a.m. I did not allow 1 year in my batch. He was almost attended every batch who are all teaching Python here, attended everything. And finally he is coming now. So after 1 year I allowed. 1 year still doing Python only. At which time I removed him? At loops time I was removed. Looping level programming. So beginning only irritated. So got, for everything some rules are there. I'm explaining everything. I'm showing everything I will explain. So am I going faster? Anything is unexplained? Everything I'm explaining point to point. So that you need to understand. So I'm also having 2 hands only, 1 head only, because multiple things I cannot do at the same time. So you need to give some time. Everything I will show you. Once if I show the statement, definitely I will explain that. So next tomorrow class when I come, hybrid inheritance also I will show. Which inheritance is covered here? Multiple. So hierarchical also is there. Once again hierarchical also I will show. Multiple examples I will teach once again. Okay, na? So I'll stop the class, and tomorrow also Tomorrow, last class for oops. Again, next I will enter regular expressions. I will introduce regular expressions. Right? After that, I will go for multi-threading. Then I will go for NumPy and Pandas last. NumPy and Pandas last. So tomorrow, with this, polymorphism will be over. Multiple examples I will show. Then next I will go for day after tomorrow. Regular expressions I will tell. So 2 weeks I explained this oops, whether you remembered or not. Almost 2 weeks I explained. So whether you remembered or not, I don't know. Daily I will maintain how many days, which topic I just used to take it. So actually I used to take 10 days, but depends, batch to batch differs. If you understand quickly, I will move little fast. Otherwise, I'll give multiple examples. Okay, na? So tomorrow class, hybrid inheritance and the same polymorphism only will be continued. Okay, students in the online, right? Yes, ma'am.